Should you offer your teen soft choices? Yes, because teenagers with ADHD avoid doing things. Parents remind them, offer help, remind again, and yet the more you insist, the more they're going to resist. But if you start giving them soft choices, that endless parent-teen tug-of-war is going to stop. I'm Annie Adjen. I'm a certified ADHD coach. I work with teenagers, college students, and their parents to help them learn about ADHD, manage it, and harness its many gifts. Soft choices are low-stakes, flexible options that give teenagers a sense of control while still keeping them within healthy boundaries. So instead of strict yes or no hard rules, soft choices offer all good options without triggering defiance or power struggles. And this is especially important for teenagers with ADHD. Now, let me be clear. Please don't confuse soft choices with soft parenting. You, mom and dad, are being a strong parent whenever you offer soft choices to choose from. Let's take a look at hard rules versus soft choices. A hard rule sounds like this: do your homework right now, or no phone for the rest of the night. A soft choice instead could be, do you want to do your homework before or after dinner? Hard rule: you have to eat at the dinner table, no exception. Soft choice: would you rather eat at the dinner table with us or take your plate to the kitchen island and join the conversation from there? Hard rule: bedtime at 10 p.m., no arguments. The soft choice: do you want to wind down at 9:30 with some music or 9:45 with a book? Hard rule: you're gonna have to get a job this summer. Soft choices: this summer, would you like to help with the family business or apply for a job in the community? Soft choices have been shown to give automatic buy-in because they give your teen a sense of control and they don't feel like they're being forced. Now, don't worry, you are still in control, 100%, but you have just invited them to take a seat at the adult table and participate in the decision-making, and that gives them a little taste of controlling their own decisions and destiny. The great thing about soft choices is that it's win-win. All the options you put on the table are good for everyone, you and your teen. Everyone wins, no one loses, and you have just neutralized what could have turned into a power struggle. All humans, but especially teenagers, have a deep need for independence. This is based on the self-determination theory of psychology. Teenagers so deeply desire their independence that when they feel forced to do something, even if it's something they'd otherwise choose for themselves, their knee-jerk reaction is to resist. But when they feel like they are doing the choosing, then they buy into the decision-making. The self-determination theory applies to teens with ADHD too, but there is a big catch. Teens with ADHD also deeply desire to become more self-sufficient and more independent, but they can't, not yet. ADHD means delays in many of the skills required for autonomy. So you, mom and dad, have to continue to step in as their surrogate prefrontal cortex and still create those opportunities. They still need to make some of the calls. Whenever possible, use soft choices for anything from daily routines, homework, screen time, chores, responsibilities, what to make for dinner, but absolutely adhere to hard boundaries for safety issues. No, you cannot ride in the car with somebody who's been drinking. No screens in the bedroom on school nights. The doors are kept open when you're hanging out at home with your girlfriend. You get the idea. Parents, think collaboration, not compliance. As you get into the teenage years, shift your parenting from compliance to collaboration. The goal throughout adolescence is to collaborate with your teen and not parent them in a unilateral way. Even if your child complies with your demands, yeah, you might get what you want initially, but in the end, they're probably going to resent you for the manner in which you got them to do your thing your way. Collaboration gets you what you want and gets your teen what they want. Remember, they all desire to be successful. And by collaborating, you have also fostered a closer relationship with your child. Moreover, you are teaching the executive function of cognitive flexibility. Don't forget, well over 50% of teens with ADHD develop OD, oppositional defiance. If your teen has ADHD and you tend to parent with an authoritarian style, that is a guaranteed one-way ticket straight into the grips of oppositional defiance. Offering soft choices will help you from going down that slippery slope. So why are teenagers so contrarian and oppositional and non-compliant? Well, what used to be referred to as teenage rebellion is actually a psychosocial, very necessary stage of development called individuation. Individuation involves separation from parents. Teens begin to question parental values and seek their own autonomy. They form their own opinions And it's natural for them to start pushing back against your ideas and forming their own. Individuation also includes peer influences, and social identity really starts to become more center stage for your kids, sometimes more so than family. Individuation also implies self-discovery. Teens explore different roles, hobbies, beliefs, all in efforts to establish their own personal identity. Individuation is a normal, necessary part of growing up and a necessary step toward becoming a young adult. Parenting a teen with ADHD during individuation is extra challenging because they crave independence, but they also struggle with impulsivity, time management, emotional regulation. The key is support their need for autonomy and provide scaffolding that they need for success without making them feel controlled or micromanaged. At some point, it is likely that you're going to get the hand or a little bit of the silent treatment. So let's touch on what to do when your teen pushes you away. It is very normal for teens to push you away at times. Stay consistent in your support to them. Give them lots of positive, proper praise, even when it feels like it lands on deaf ears. Don't take any of it personally. If they completely shut down, you can try this. Write them or text them and just remind them you're there. Give them more space, but continue to check in regularly. Do not resort to tit for tat, giving them the cold shoulder in response to their silent treatment. Stay warm, communicative. Think about asking one of their teachers or maybe school counselor to check in with them and provide some encouragement. Remember, because of that individuation, your teen feels like they have to pull away from you, but they're still going to be open to talking to a neutral, caring adult. That's why coaching works so well. Lastly, don't hesitate to ask your teen, what do you need? I can see you want some space, and if there's something that I can do for you or something you need, just let me know. I'm here for you. I know at first you're going to get nothing, I'm fine. But now they know it's okay and it's safe to come to you when they're feeling like it and when they're ready to. Last but not least, if you think your teen's shutdown is more of a funk or depressive episode or generalized anxiety, maybe even substance abuse, any of those concerning coexisting conditions of ADHD, be sure to reach out to your doctor straight away. And once again, you can try some of those soft choices, like would you be open to going to a family therapist or guidance counselor? Or we can try to use that communication tool that Coach Annie gave us. Your teen might refuse to make a choice. That's okay. Just give them some extra time. And you can say, well, think about it and I'll get back to you. I'll check in with you tomorrow. When things get really tough with your teen, you'll also need to let them know that if they decide not to participate in the decision-making or your collaborative communications as a family, then you, the parents, will have to make the decision for them. Teens really don't like that. They don't want mom and dad telling them what to do. So keep the door open, keep encouraging them, and keep participating in your communications with your teen. Let's wrap it up with some final reflections. The individuation stage can feel like a roller coaster, but your role is to stay imperturbable and be a steady presence for your teen. They may resist the rules, that's natural, challenge beliefs, that's to be expected, push boundaries, it's all par for the course and healthy development. But deep down, they still need you. Research says that teens want to know about the world, and they want to learn about the world from their parents by offering guidance, scaffolding, and a seat at the adult table without forcing control. You're really going to help them become confident, responsible, and eventually independent adults. The psychology of soft choices is powerful because it taps into fundamental principles of autonomy, motivation, and decision-making. Instead of forcing compliance, soft choices guide behavior while giving a sense of control, which makes teens much more likely to cooperate. I know you might be thinking, Coach Annie, when I was growing up, I just did what I was told. I understand. That was then, this is now. Times have changed. And there are strategies that are going to work better for you from a different science-based manual called Pro ADHD Parenting. You are becoming a pro at parenting your teen with ADHD. Your relationship with your teenager depends on it, and their development depends on you. I'm Annie Adjin, and I'm wishing you all A's in your every parenting adventure.